Hey folks, this is a man once again. Sorry about that. Uh, Basically, I always say there's going to be short reviews, but they never are. But I wanted to talk about this film that I watched again recently, and I don't think I've actually done an actual review for this film, which it deserves, and that is From Paris with Love. Now, From Paris with Love is a film from 2010 that unfortunately flopped really badly. Apparently, it was a 50 some $1 million budget and only made like 24 million in the U.S. Came out in February of 2010. There's a 6.4 on IMDb. It could be higher, but at least it's not lower, I guess. But it's really a shame that the film became that big of a flop because I found it. You watching the end is a very fast paced, entertaining action movie, and it's directed by Pierre Morel. That name kind of sounds familiar. He's the same guy who directed Taken with Liam Neeson, which I love Taken. Um, and the plot's fairly simple. I mean, Jonathan Rhys Meyers, who I haven't followed this guy's work much. I guess he was in August Rush. I guess he was in Mission Possible 3, but I don't remember Mission Possible 3 right now. Or I don't remember him in it. But Jonathan Rhys Meyers, this guy here, he's basically. It takes place, obviously, in Paris. And Charlie Rhys Meyers, he's like the personal aide to the U.S. ambassador who's in France, and he's also this low-level CIA guy. And they give him these jobs, like little jobs, like change the license plate, stuff like that. And then one day he gets a call that he's supposed to pick up this guy, played by John Travolta. And John Travolta is without a doubt one of my favorite performances from the guy. Because John Travolta, I mean, you look at the guy, he kind of looks like. It sounds mean. He kind of looks like a terrorist in a way. The way he looks with the bald head and the goatee, and I know it's mean. Plus, that's profiling. Profiling is wrong. But I don't mean to like mean. I know a lot of people are like, why does he look that way? Such a strange look. But I found it endearing, and he has a lot of energy in this film, and just filled to the brim with energy. It's kind of like you took the bad guy and Broken Arrow. What if he was a good guy? Just as crazy. But what if the bad guy in Broken Arrow? What if he was a good guy? You'd probably be. He's just a very energetic, fun performance by John Travolta. You can tell he's having a lot of fun, and especially what's sad is that I read up on not only the producer Luc Besson, which the guy has produced a lot of good films. Once in a while, a shitty film like Transporter 3, or I'm sure Columbiana is in that list. I'm sure. Um, but him and John Travolta, they both said they would have loved if this was a franchise. They would have loved to have done more of these movies. And I would love to have seen it. But because the film flopped, that's my fault too, because I didn't go see it in the theater. I should have, but it's not like I would have automatically bought from 24 million to 50 million bucks. But I'm just saying, you know, I'm one of those to blame. But this was just a fun, straight to the point action film. The film is 93 minutes, so if you take off the end credits, it's under 90 minutes. It goes by like that. And like I said, there's a fun scene when Jonathan Rhys Meyers first picks up John Travolta's character. His character's name is actually Wax. He's at the airport, and he wants these energy drinks, and just how he talks like, you frog-eating, blah, 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 motherfucker. Yeah, I call you motherfucker. See, I use it as an adjective, like, you're a motherfucking dick. But I should use it as a noun, like, you motherfucker. Like, the way he does it, he does a lot better than I'm doing it. I can't do it word for word. But then, of course, this guy takes care of it, Johnny Rhys Meyers, and the reason John Travolta won his energy drinks is because he has a gun in them. And basically, John Rhys Meyers, his job is to drive John Travolta around, show him where he needs to go. and basically goes from A to B to C. And every time they go somewhere, there's like a firefight. So they go to a restaurant, and he's like, "Where's the drugs?" To the waiter, and Jonathan Rhys Meyers like, "What are you doing?" And you have a firefight in the restaurant, which ends with John Travolta shooting the roof, and the whole roof just snows with drugs. um, they trace it back to this other guy, where they want the address of where his operation are at, and then you have once again you have a firefight where I believe it was like, I want to say mannequins. It was like a mannequin factory. I'm not sure what you call it. If you call it a mannequin factory, like that type of thing. And that the whole deal is that they're trying to go back to these terrorists who are using these drugs for money for their operation. But you get really fun, well done action sequences. I'm sure if you type up the trailer, you'll find them on there. Um, Before that scene, I guess you call it mannequin factory, that type of thing. There's actually a bit where gang members go up against John Travolta, and John Rhys Meyers is a little bit worried, and Travolta's like, "Come on, we just had this, Shaw Brothers Hong Kong style, you know, badass thing in the restaurant. You think I'm worried about these guys?" And he takes these guys out, fucks them up. I mean, this is R-rated, so he pretty much kills all of them. Very well done, I thought. I really liked the way it was done. The film definitely had an energy to it, definitely had a fast pace to it. It didn't really get boring for me. And basically, they find out that there's a plan where they want to infiltrate the U.S. Embassy, and they want to, with explosives. And overall, just a really fun, entertaining movie. Um, Before I get to the rest of it, which will be spoilers, one thing I gotta say though, I was not a fan of. This guy did okay. Jonathan Rhys Meyers. He did okay. But first off, his little flimsy mustache just made me think of like a porno actor. Like this. Yeah, like a little. Like, if I just had this, I mean, it just looks weird. I mean, just his little teeny mustache. I don't know why. Just. At least grow up Tom Selleck. I don't know what it is. Just. Eh. More though, the actor himself. I didn't follow the guy in a lot of stuff, and he wasn't really that great. I mean, he was okay. I didn't hate him, but I think you could have found a lot of better folks. I mean, even Eric Balfour would have been better from Skyline. I'm sorry, he would have been better, but you could have found a lot of people who would have been better. You know, no, I can't think on top of my head because it's hard to sometimes think on top of your head. At least the younger generation, because it had to be sort of a younger type of guy. But even like if it was like Jeremy Renner, or if it was hell, even Shia LaBeouf. I know people would argue with that, but he would have been more interesting than this guy. I mean, this guy, he did okay, but he wasn't really that great either. It was like, okay, I'm watching more for John Travolta. John Travolta, the quick pace and the fun action sequences that spread really throughout a lot of it. Like you have another fun one where he shoots these guys off, and he does some people escaped, and he realized they don't get in this car outside, and John Travolta's like, "But how long does it take to get down the staircase?" And then he takes these explosives, and he like waits, and then drops the explosives, so when it lands on the car, as the people get in, it blows up. That was kind of. It's definitely a fun, fast-paced movie. I really like. They have a nice homage to Pulp Fiction, because there's a moment where everybody has their vices, and for me, it's what they call. And he pulls out and it says Royale with cheese. So they actually bring that back from Pulp Fiction. They actually mentioned Royale with cheese, and that Travolta's character's a big fan of it. I thought that was kind of nice nod to Pulp Fiction. But getting to the spoilers, folks. You get to the third act, and this guy here, he has a fiance. I remember the first time I saw this, I was genuinely shocked that they invite John Travolta to dinner, and it's the guy's fiance and the fiance's friend, and Travolta just shoots the friends like, oh, she answered the phone, she said a code word, and you find out that this guy's fiance, Jonathan Rhys Meyers, his fiance is actually one of the bad guys, and that totally fooled me. I did not see that coming. But at the same time, it wasn't like, what bullshit. Like, I didn't feel that way either. So I thought that was handled well, and I felt like, oh, wow, I didn't see that coming. So that was genuinely shocked by it. And I like that. Then you had the finale where she escapes, and they're trying to figure out why was she pretending to be with you, and you have this fun scene where Travolta's with a guy, and one bad guy has a bomb in his truck, and they're going to hit I forget what the lady is called. Yeah, basically a motorcade. I forget what the lady is called. I forget who she was. But Travolta ultimately he gets like a bazooka. He has his bazooka right here, and he ultimately gets to the a bridge thing and shoots it, blows the car, just fucking shit all. While Jonathan Rhys Meyers figures out that it's actually two of them, that they split up, and he goes to the embassy and tries to reason with her, and it seems like she will, but then won't, and then he has to shoot her. And the film itself was really an entertaining, fun flick. I mean, that was a twist. I'm like, oh, cool. I didn't see that coming, and I don't feel ripped off by it. That it was his fiance was part of it. Granted, I'm not the biggest fan of Johnny Rhys Meyers. I think they could have found a lot of different people. Even James Franco or Shia LaBeouf or Jeremy Renner. I think you could have found a lot of different people who could have done it better. Even Albert Belfour. I'm sorry. Uh, I really do. But John Travolta is having a ball and a half. Lots of fun action sequences. I thought they were well done. Definitely has a fast pace. Travolta definitely brings a great sense of humor to the film as well. It's definitely R rated, so it's not like, okay, it's cut down PG-13. It's definitely R rated and fun. At the end of the day, From Paris with Love was a lot of fun. And it's a shame. I mean, it has some features. Commentary with director Pierre Morel. The making of From Paris with Love. Spice, Boots, and Special Ops, Life Undercover, Secrets of Spycraft Inside the International Spy Museum, theatrical trailer. But overall, this is a fun movie. If you like John Travolta, you want to see him in a really fun, um, over the top but in a good way performance, definitely check this film out. If you want to see a fast paced action film, check this film out. I enjoy the film. This guy hampers it a little bit, but John Travolta is a ball of fun. He has a lot of energy. So, that's From Paris with Love. So either way, thanks for watching. Take care, and we will see you later. Ciao.